iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome in here, race fans, to sunny California. It's the Auto Club Speedway here, playing host to round number 2 for the Salt Flat IROC series. And, well, race fans, it's good to be back here, and it's great to be back on a Wednesday night with the Salt Flat IROC series. Last week, we were at the hills of Michigan, up there in the Irish Hills, and it was a great showing where Quincy Atkins made a late race charge to put himself in victory lane. Tonight, things are gonna look a little bit different when we go into our race grid process here tonight. There is no qualifying in the IROC series anymore, and well, back when IROC was a big part of the stock car world, there was no qualifying in the real IROC series. So tonight's race will be inverted from last week's finishing order, meaning Quincy Atkins, who won the race, Ryan Johnson, who finished second, and Jason Dobbs, who finished third. They will start shotgun to the field here tonight. Drivers like Greg O'Berry and Josiah Millen, who finished last and second last week, will get the up front positions here, 1 and 2 tonight. So that's going to be interesting to watch. And as we talk about last week's standings and how everybody finished, let's take a look at our championship standings here tonight before we go racing here in sunny California. There you see that it is Quincy Atkins with lots of doubt racing behind him. They have 46 points coming into round number 2. Ryan Johnson out of the Taz Motorsports stable, 40 points. There's Dobbs sitting in third, then Stephen Pugh. This season a rookie, the highest running rookie so far. Then it's Cody Levitt in 5th, Randy Johnson, last year's champion, sitting there in 6th. 7th is Jordan Smith, Peyton Johnson is 8th, Jamie Leach is 9th, and Donald Bennett will round out our top 10 in our championship standings. That's how your top 10 come into tonight for round number 2. Race fans, it's going to be great racing here tonight at the Auto Club Speedway. It is a huge 2-mile speedway here with a super late model badged as an IROC here for the Salt Flat IROC series. We got to thank a couple of the sponsors here to get ready to go racing tonight. We got to thank Griffith Stone, Finesse Laser Designs, Racing with Heroes, Jordan Hen Racing, Pay to Win Setups, the ones who built the setups here for the IROC series every week, and of course, Taz Motorsports, and Raise Energy. Race fans, you know what keeps us ready to race here on the Turn 3 Racing Network? Raise Energy. Head on over to repsports.com, find your favorite case of Raise Energy, and on checkout, apply code UTWRX to save yourself 15%. That code is UTWRX. But race fans, it is time now to take to the grid here tonight. Let's take you down trackside here in California and check out the starting lineup brought to us by Raise Energy. Starting on the front row, driving the number 33 out of Virginia, this is Greg O'Berry. Hailing from the Keystone State, it's the Keystone Motorsports driver, the number 40 of Josiah Millen. Starting in position number 3, driving the number 73, the first rookie this season. Third tonight goes to Vernon Woodard. Fourth goes to the Lots of Doubt Racing, number 21 of Jeff Bergner. Sitting in the 5th position, driving out of Nevada, driving the number 62, this is Colton Farrow. Starting 6th here tonight, driving the number 79, this is Patrick Smith. Russ Hancock in the number 19 will roll off 7th tonight. It's the Simbox Motorsports driver, the number 77 of Doug Neal. He'll roll off 8th. 9th will go to Brad Becker, 10th to Cole Day. It'll be Danny Valenzuela going 11th here tonight, 12th to Craig Hawkins. 13th will go to Todd Poston, 14th the DJ Mitzel, Daryl Clauter in 15th, 16th the Donald Bennett, 17th the 88 of Jamie Leach, 18th the Big Peyton Johnson, 19th the Jordan Smith, Randy Johnson will go 20th, 21st to Cody Levitt, Stephen Pugh will go there into the 22nd position, 23rd here tonight will be Jason Dobbs, Ryan Johnson, and then Quincy Atkins will roll shotgun to the field. That's your starting lineup brought to us by Raise Energy Drink. As you see the field down the back straightaway, there's your front group of cars, the number 33 of Greg O'Berry and the number 40 of Josiah Millen. All these cars here tonight, race fans, do have their own color. Colors, if you see multiple colors on the track like Millen and the number 31 of Bennett, that's going to indicate to you that those are 2 teammates here tonight at Auto Club. So take a peek at colors as they come across the screen. You'll also be able to find the colors on the timing and scoring. When you see a color like Millen, he'll show up. The number 40 will be in orange tonight, while Greg O'Berry's will be in green. Coming here to get the green flag here tonight. In sunny California, the sun's going down, the lights will come on tonight as the stars of the Salt Flat IROC series are ready to rock here tonight. Green flag up, and we are racing. 60 laps tonight will be the distance in round number 2 of the Salt Flat IROC series. Who will go California dreaming? 25 drivers storming off into turn number 1. It's Greg O'Berry who will lead us there as everybody's starting to fan out already. This will be the first time out of turn number 2 tonight, and Greg O'Berry will lead them down the back straightaway. Looks like a couple cars towards about the mid-pack back there. That's Craig Hawkins, Cody Levitt, and I believe that's the 31. That is the 31 of Donald Bennett there. They were 3 wide momentarily. All sorted it back out. For the race lead, here comes the driver of the number 73 of Vernon Woodard. Will he be able to lead? Lap number 1 started, and P number 3's picked up 1 spot already on Mr. Millen. At the line, give it to Greg O'Berry. Leads lap number 1 here of round number 2 for the IROC series. So a rookie trying to take it from the wily veteran of Greg O'Berry. And he will do it. Millen's up the track. He's got Colton Farrow right there. Farrow comes down the track just a little bit. Patrick Smith is right there. Patrick Smith just snuck underneath the bottom, the Mean Streaks Motorsports racer. Some hard racing here inside the top 5, but some big battles brewing back here. There's Danny Valenzuela. There's DJ Mitzel. There's the one-time champion Jamie Leach also right there in the battle. And it's our buddy of Daryl Clauter hanging out back here. Todd Poston's right here in this mix also. This is all going on from the 10th position back currently. Everybody trying to find a home. A lot of drivers, it's their first time with this setup. Poston right now holding into that 11th position. Valenzuela back here. He's stuck on the outside. There goes Cody Levitt, the Las Vegas driver. Look at the number 3 of Ryan Johnson. Look at Johnson and Johnson are side by side as they're 4 wide down the back straightaway. Valenzuela was to the outside, and it looks like Dobbs elected to lift a little bit. They'll go 3 wide into the corner. That'll be the number 12 of Randy Johnson down to the bottom. Quincy Atkins right there. Now they're going to go, oh, here comes the other Johnson. All the Johnsons are wild back towards the back of the field. There's 1 Johnson, 2 Johnsons, and 3 Johnsons all in that picture shot. Randy Johnson, of course, last season's champion, carrying the white colors this season, an independent driver. Work down the back straightaway. It's still Vernon Woodard out front here. Ever since he took the race lead, he has not relinquished it to that number 33 of Greg O'Berry. A lot of drivers already single-filed themselves out. Back here, Randy Johnson, though, still trying to pick his way through the field. Pass for the race lead as Woodard's going to open up the bottom groove. Greg O'Berry's going to stuff it in there. Now here comes Josiah Millen. Will he be able to also bring along the driver of the number 62? Colton Farrell had the lift going down the back straightaway. Didn't have anywhere to go. Look at everybody fan out. These cars here tonight driving fabulously here with 5 laps in the books. All the setups here in the IROC series are brought to us by Pay to Win Setups. Check them out. Give them a like over on Facebook. And, of course, make sure you head on over to their website. All our sponsors here that are with the IROC series are listed in the description below here on this video tonight. So make sure you check them out. As Millen still having himself a good run to the inside there. But take a peek. That is Brad Becker. He is running right here. He's the car owner to Ryan Johnson. They just picked themselves up a championship last season. And now Brad's trying to show the young boy over there how that gets done here on the iRacing.com platform. Becker currently running 5th. He's moved up 4 spots since the drop of the green flag. And now it'll be Greg O'Berry leading at the line. But here comes Vernon Woodard. He's going to dive right back to the inside of that 33, so some really good racing. Almost 3 wide there. Millen's almost got shuffled into the middle with Colton Farrow to the outside, and that's the 27 of Becker down on the inside groove. Becker holds the bottom, Millen holds the middle. The outside groove right now does not seem to be the place to be. Colton Farrow going to slide back just a little bit. Patrick Smith will work his way back up into this, and look who's just trailing in the background here. He's just hanging out. This is Russell Hancock, the driver of Chesterfield, Virginia, the 2 in the pink driver. Well, currently he's back here running in 7th, so it's a good, solid opening stint here for the driver of the number 19. One of the drivers that have picked up the most positions here tonight is the driver out of Plano, Texas, the 20-year-old Jordan Smith, the youngster. Was a rookie last season, had one heck of a rookie campaign when they had the street stocks out here on the IROC series. This season, kind of ran mid-pack last week. Ended up finishing 7th at the end of that race, so he's 7th in the championship standings coming into the night, tied for that position. He's moved up the most positions, but here's something you got to think about as Doug Neal goes to the inside here on Russ Hancock. Yes, Jordan Smith picked up the most positions, but these guys only have 1 set of tires in their pits here. So if something were to happen later on in this race, you got to question yourself, when do you make that change for tires? Do you put the tires on early and hope it goes green to the end, or do you put the tires on late and hope that you have enough time to get back to the front? Brad Becker now has picked up position number 2 as Josiah Millen's been shuffled to the outside. Look at Greg O'Berry. He was one time the race leader. Now he's back here in the 5th position. He just wants to go fast, race fans. He's that guy here this year. He just wants to go fast. Back after having a house fire last season and ruining his sim rig. It was all fire, smoke logged, and water logged after they had to try and save the house, and they were able to save it. He is back in his house down there in Lynchburg, Virginia. Unfortunately, his sim rig was destroyed and had to wait a very long time to get a replacement, so it's good to see him back here on a full-time schedule in the IROC series. Look at Jordan Smith. We talked about him being one of the biggest movers of the race. Well, he is back now, and he is going forward. He's just picked off Russ Hancock. He's picked off Patrick Smith, and now he goes by the Georgia native of Doug Neal. So that'll move Jordan Smith now up into the 6th position, being 13 positions gained here tonight. The only other driver to have, well, a lot of positions, that's Brad Becker, and he's going for the race lead down here in turn 3 and 4. Coming out of turn 4, can we have a new race leader here tonight at Auto Club? Their drag race it to the start-finish line. And it will be Vernon Woodard leading that lap, so Becker has to wait for another one. We've been green flag racing here. 10 laps are completed in the books. We have had 4 different race leaders so far. And here comes Greg O'Bear, but take a peek back here. Look at the gaggle. It's the 12 of Johnson down to the inside there in the all-white number 12. That's the 48 of Todd Poston, Derek Lauder, and Jamie Leacher all right here. They were 3 wide momentarily, and then they looked like they were going to go 4 wide with Derek Lauder going through the middle, and then he just elected to throw the parachute out the back. Now here comes Cole Day, the youngster, in the 37. See Ryan Johnson also back here. Donald Bennett sitting in this pack. DJ Mitzel, one of those rookies, battling with Peyton Johnson, the other rookie. Looks like the 48 of Poston did not stick that time going into the corner. Worked his way up the track, and that allowed Randy Johnson to have sole possession of that 10th position. Claude are going to now pick up one. Look at all these cars. This is the battle for 10th on back. This is 10th through, I believe, about 22nd. It looks like Pugh, Valenzuela, and Hawkins right now are a little bit off the pace. Where are they? There's Stephen Pugh. There's Danny Valenzuela, and there's Craig Hawkins right behind Valenzuela. A lot of good racing here tonight in the opening laps here at the Auto Club Speedway. Race fans, this is what championship caliber drivers look like. They're able to run 2 wide, 3 wide. We've already seen 4 wide here tonight. Ryan Johnson has picked up the most positions from the back of the field. He's came from, remember, starting second last year tonight. He's picked up 12 spots. He's running in the 12th position. Falling 14 spots, though, it's the driver out of Utah, the Send It Studios. That's the number 21, the Lots of Doubt racer. That's Jeff Bergner. He spent a lot of time on the asphalt side of things out west, running asphalt sprint cars. He said he loved it when they didn't have the wings on the sprint cars. That's when you were really able to manhandle those machines. Once they put the wings on, he said it didn't get as much fun. It was almost hold it wide open and send her all the time. So kind of retired from the sprint car world out there out west, and now he's here on iRacing. He says it's a lot cheaper to come iRacing, that's for sure. He just built himself a whole new sim rig during the last 2 seasons of the IROC process. I don't hear if he got his actual brand new pedal set in as of late, but he was looking to upgrade those yet and make it feel a little bit more real for himself. Really hard transition from the real world of things here into the sim world, but he's one of those drivers that did happen to make it work. On board here with the driver out of North Dakota, the new Ness Realty, number 61. This is a rookie this season. He comes out of the NSRA stable. That's why he drives the red machine, the NSRA Super Speedway Series. DJ Mitzel currently has fallen back 8 positions here tonight. He's running behind the Las Vegas kid of Cody Levitt. There's the other teammate, the red NSRA stables, number 48. That is Todd Poston. Poston currently holding that 12th position. Back to the race lead, though, it is Greg O'Berry. He has taken the race lead back, and now he doesn't want to give it back up to Brad Becker or Vernon Woodard. Racing all over this track, not just here at the front. We were watching that 10th position on back, and you can see that as we're on board here with Greg O'Berry. Look at Jordan Smith sneak down to the inside. He is trying to come. That'll be the 16th position if he can make it work around Brad Becker and Vernon Woodard. He does not. He dives it right back in line. He'll cut off the momentum of that number 40 of Josiah Millen. And Millen going to slide high. Doug Neal hanging right there also. Jordan Smith slides it right up to the outside walls. We ride on board here. This is your Griffith Stone onboard camera here tonight at the Auto Club Speedway. Oh, Jordan Smith going to actually scrape the wall going into turn number 1. Millen's going to have to check up there. That's going to allow Doug Neal to really start to climb back in, as Greg O'Berry loves what he's seeing behind him. A lot of racing going on, and these drivers Got to be mindful. Remember, race fans, just one set of tires left in the pits tonight. So 60 laps, and we guesstimate about 21 possible laps on fuel here tonight at the Auto Club Speedway. So you got to make it last. You don't want to burn them up here early. Smith now to the inside of Becker. Across the line, Smith will pick up the third position. It's definitely the man on the mission here tonight. Peyton Johnson just picked one up from Jamie Leach. Quincy Atkins picking one up from Donald Bennett. That's going to open up the gap down to the bottom. Jeff Bergner also going to fill that hole. At the front, is anybody going to come to pit road here? We might see a couple drivers short pit, and I just talked about it, and there it is. Colton Farrow is going to be the first one to come to pit road with that number 62, and he is the only one coming down. So that'll be a lonely feeling for the driver out of Sparks, Nevada. One of those Bills fans out on the speedway. I believe we have another one floating around somewhere out there. Doug Neal looking to take over that position. That'll move him into the top 5 for the first time here tonight. Becker has started to slide backwards here on this long run. So we just saw Colton Farrow come to pit road. Will we see any of our race leaders come to pit road? Here comes Doug Neal. He's going to diamond it off. Jordan Smith looks like he's going to be a late entry to pit road. Peyton Johnson also coming to pit road. Looks like all these drivers. Cody Levitt hard into pit road. See if he got down to pit road speed. Bennett, Cole Day also coming down pit road. So this is the midst of green flag pit cycles here tonight for the first time. Colton Farrow coming back out onto the speedway in that number 62. He'll go one lap down currently to the race leaders. He spent 21.7 seconds on pit road. So I think he did not take tires in that 62. Let's see if we can get a confirmation on that. Greg O'Berry's going to bring the whole lead pack. Vernon Woodard, Josiah Millen, Johnson, and oh, look at Dobbs really lock him up here. So everybody is coming to pit road right now. Here's Quincy Atkins. He's going to try to slide into his pit. A little sideways, but his crew will go to work. Will he put any tires on that number 75? It does not look like he will. He will stay with the set that he has on. Looks like one driver, I believe that's going to be... Was that the 48? That was the 48 of Todd Post, and he had a little bit of issues there getting into his pit stall. Everybody is literally down here on pit road. Jordan Smith has already made his pit stop. It was a 21.4 second stop. Colton Farrow made his pit stop. Right now they are running nose to tail, and it looks like, oh, Jordan Smith's got to come back in. This is definitely an unscheduled stop for Jordan Smith as he comes to pit road. Unfortunate for the driver that had just picked up the most positions. Greg O'Berry is going to get out of pit road, but it looks like Colton Farrow is going to take over the race lead here tonight. Everybody's starting to funnel their way back onto the racetrack. So Colton Farrow will pick up the race lead. Then it's going to be Doug Neal, Greg O'Berry, Randy Johnson, Cody Levitt, and then it looks like Josiah Millen will make it back out onto the track before Cole Day. So everybody going to get shuffled up here. We're running you through that here in a little bit, but for the meantime, the timing and scoring on the left-hand side. Find out where your favorite driver is running. Yeah, Jordan Smith still down on pit road. Looks like Patrick Smith had a pit road penalty he had to serve. So he will come back out onto the track. The driver of that number 79 was a rookie last season in the IROC series. Back again this season. New team. Driving for the Mean Streaks Motorsports. Some drivers coming back down pit road. Here comes the number 40 of Josiah Millen. Todd Poston also back down pit road. And Quincy Atkins coming down pit road again. So some of these drivers, it looks like, I don't know if they didn't top it off enough with fuel. Maybe they know a little bit more on the strategy than we do here tonight. It looks like Jordan Smith spent 45 seconds down in his box. Peyton Johnson is still sitting down with his green machine on pit lane. There you see the gap, though, that your race leader, Colton Farrow, has right now over Doug Neal and Greg O'Berry. O'Berry will peek to the inside here to try and take position number 2 back away from Doug Neal, and he will do that, so let him move Greg O'Berry back into P number 2. Battle back there with that 73. That's Vernon Woodard. He looks like he's got Ryan Johnson all over the back. He is literally shoving that car down the back straightaway as we go on board here. This is Vernon Woodard's onboard camera facing back. That's the 3 of Ryan Johnson. They have raced together before, but they're more known to race each other in the street stocks. They race street stocks and short tracks and Arkham Menards machines here on the iRacing.com platform. Here tonight, it's the big 2-mile track at Auto Club. We've been green flag racing, though, this whole time. A little sparks there from the 62 of Colton Farrow. Look at Randy Johnson. Before the green flag pit cycle, Randy Johnson was outside the top 10. He has now officially worked his way inside the top 10, inside the top 5. He is running 3rd, picking up 17 positions here. Talk about a lot of picking up positions. Randy had to start towards the back as he finished 6th last week, so starting back there right around the 18th position. Must be a Johnson thing here tonight because Ryan Johnson also picking up 16 spots. Remember, he was battling for the race lead there for a little bit before his green flag pit stop. He'll cycle back out running 8th. Looks like something happened to the 48 of Todd Post, and he had to come back to pit road for an unscheduled stop in this number 48, and that put him 2 seconds in his box. So it was a stop-and-go penalty assessed to the number 48. He's currently 1 lap down on the timing and scoring. Actually, he's on the tail end of the lead lap. Right behind him would be your race leader. Patrick Smith, though, went a lap down along with Josiah Millen, Jordan Smith, and Quincy Atkins. So Atkins a lap down along with Peyton Johnson. He has a couple laps down here. Peyton Johnson, he was complaining during the practice session here tonight. He just could not find any speed in this Skid Marks Motorsports number 15. He just didn't know what he needed to do. He said, I just don't get it. I'm dead last on the speed charts, and right now Peyton Johnson, I think he needs to take a couple sips of that Kool-Aid that he loves and, well, possibly smash the gas, because right now he's back into the 25th position, 2 laps down. The only driver on his lap would be Quincy Atkins, who's right up the road there, drafted with the number 40 of Josiah Millen. Greg O'Berry, though, and the number 12 of Randy the Man Johnson. Well, right now they are going to swap positions and see if Johnson can pull O'Berry back up to find where Colton Farrow is running. Being told all drivers inside the top 20 were just fuel only on their pit cycles. So we'll see when and if any of these drivers do elect to put tires on a little bit later on. Remember Brad Becker being towards the front of the field? Well, he is back to outside the top 10. He's following Season 3's champion of Jamie Leach currently. Leach right out in front of him, the driver out of Ohio. A couple seasons ago, Jamie Leach was able to win the championship after a wreck in the final race at the Pocono International Raceway. Jamie Leach was just about in tears to find out that he actually won the points championship by 1 point. Talk about the skin of your teeth and a late race caution. He thought his season was going to go up in smoke there. But the good thing for him, he had enough points in the bag and was able to point it out by 1 point. This gap is starting to shrink, race fans. I'm taking a gander at it. Last time by, your fastest 2 cars on the speedway were running 2nd and 3rd. They were about a 10th quicker than your race leader, Colton Farrow, as we ride on board. As it looks like those 2 cars back there are really pushing it, trying to catch up. Greg O'Berry slid high that time out of turn number 4. Was able to gather her back up, but might have lost just a little bit of ground there. It was at one point about a 2.5 second race lead. So they're slowly Slowly. Oh, tap from Greg O'Berry to the back of the 12 of Randy Johnson. That's not going to help him. That's going to hurt both of them. Doug Neal says, thanks for opening up the door there, O'Berry. I'll step right on in and I'll crank on my sim box and keep on going. So Doug Neal out of Georgia, the Skid Marks Motorsports partner to Peyton Johnson. Working his way through the field now. He's had himself a good run. He's moved up 5 spots currently as Greg O'Berry looks to go back underneath that number 77 of Doug Neal. Greg O'Berry's actually got one of those sim box button boxes on his sim rig from Doug Neal. So if you're the Market Race fans for a sim box, or just in general a button box, head on over to Facebook.com and type in the search bar, type in Simbox PC to be able to find Simbox button boxes over there on Facebook, and just jot it down on a piece of paper. Doug Neal will be able to customize, and I believe I just heard he got a 3D printer, so he can 3D print your name, your logo, or your car number. Right now, the only number that Colton Farrow wants to see is 1. Halfway home here tonight, and he is the leader here at the Auto Club Speedway. Race fans, we got to thank all of you here while we're under this very long green flag run here in round number 2 for the Salt Flat IROC Series. We got to thank you for tuning in. Continuous support here, not just for the Salt Flat Racing Series, but also all of us here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. If you're not a subscriber to the Turn 3 Racing Network, well, why not? Go ahead, hit that subscribe button, smash the little bell, get a notification anytime we come live to bring you racing action, whether it's right here with the Salt Flat IROC Series, or the Simbox Cup Series, or, well, any of the other series that we do here. We'll bring you from the short tracks of the Bull Ring at Las Vegas, all the way to the high banks at Daytona and Talladega Super Speedway. We're hitting a couple dirt tracks in between, like the Charlotte Dirt Track or even Eldora. You never know what we're going to have being on the air. But right now, it's the IROC Series here in sunny California. The lights are on and these cars are looking absolutely fabulous here tonight. Jeff Bergner there picking up a spot from Jamie Leach as Leach works the outside of the speedway. It's just not a place to be here. Donald Bennett pulling this group along. He's running into the 9th position. And you see Becker working underneath the native Leach. These are your closest drivers all onto the speedway. They're battling from the 9th position all the way back to, it looks like that's the Darrell Slaughter machine back in 14th, as here comes the 21 of Bergner working the inside underneath the 31 of Donald Bennett. He'll take that position, bumping Bennett back to the 10th position, and look at old Dobbsy. Look at Dobbs, the Griffith Stone entry out of the No Doubt Racing. Vols Nation. Stand up, because here comes the Dobbs machine. Bennett with a little bit of a wobble that time. Almost came down into the door panel of that 98 of Dobbs, and he'll lose that position. Becker's going to possibly be able to take that. Bennett going to make contact just about. If they didn't make contact, race fans, that was sure close that not even one of my hairs would have fit in between there. That's just hard-nosed racing right there. We got Darrell Slaughter in the 26, the Coast Almost Coast. His teammate right now is up front, running away with her. There's Darrell Slaughter. Got about, 1 second gap over Greg O'Berry. I believe Colton Farrell's been trying to save a little bit. Greg O'Berry did get around Randy Johnson here and Doug Neal. So this 3-car little duo is trying to run down your race leader. They have made some good headway. But will they catch him with 25 laps to go here before the next green flag pit cycles? Because we're working close to the next round of green flag pit cycles. There you see your next pack being led by the number 3 of Ryan Johnson. So it's Ryan Johnson running in 5th. There's Vernon Woodard and Cody Levitt right there in the 7th position, a little bit farther back. Just a couple car lengths. That's the 37 of Cole Day, and Cole Day is going to smack the outside wall coming out of turn number 4. All sorts of out of shape of the number 37. Man, that guy held on to it. That could have been bad. It doesn't look like there's any wrinkles on that 37. Looks like all the body panels are still straight, so he can keep on ticking here tonight. But Cole Day was pretty close to losing that one. Fell back a little bit farther. Looks like currently about a half second behind Cody Levitt. Randy Johnson going to look back to the inside here. Can he take over the second position once again? 24 laps to go. Closing in on that final pit window. I believe within 5 laps, we're going to see everybody come to pit road for the final time. And now here's the question, race fans. You've been out here on these tires. It'll be about 40 laps when they come to pit road on this set of tires. Do you take your set of tires here and run them to the end, or do you take the shorter pit stop and only put fuel in the car, or maybe even possibly put 2 tires on the car? All board here with Randy Johnson looking out front. And there's that almost coast number 62 of Colton Farrow, and I believe Colton might be coming to pit road. There he is. You see the flames out the back of that number 62, indicating Colton Farrow will be the first one once again to pit road. So he'll bring her down here. Oh, it looks like he's been into the outside wall. You see the right front is a little crinkled up as he comes past the camera. So Colton Farrow's been into that outside wall at least one time here tonight. See if he puts tires on. So Randy Johnson actually got credited with leading that lap. So Randy Johnson will pick up a bonus point here tonight in sunny California. Now's the time, though. This is the money stop. Do these two come to pit road? Johnson's going to stay out. O'Barry's going to stay out. What about Ryan Johnson? He stays out. Cody Levitt will come to pit road in the 38. Here comes the 37 of Cole Day. It'll be their final time to pit road tonight. I believe that's the 61 of DJ Mitzel also coming in. He'll slide the tire, see if they put tires on that car. Looks like Colton Farrow, once again, gas only. Maybe a 2-tire right side stop for that number 62. He's back out onto the speedway. Let's take a peek here at Cole Day. Does he put tires on the car? I don't see now the right side of that car is going to go up. So as the right side tires are going to go on the number 37 of Cole Day, will the left sides go on? Left side tires are going on. Right now, Cole Day is sitting at 17, 18 seconds in his box, 19 seconds, 20, 21, 22. Clock's ticking. Going to go past the 25-second marker here. He's full of fuel and gone. 25 seconds on pit road for Cole Day, but he will put 4 tires on that car and fire back off. Colton Farrow just went screaming by those two. Colton Farrow, and actually Colton's making up some headway. I think he may have at least got 2 tires, possibly a 4-tire stop on that number 62 here tonight. But the race leader currently, 20 laps to go, Ryan Johnson. Sounded like he was off the throttle, and yeah, there it is as he came screaming by the camera. He'll come to pit road. To a final time, and he's going to bring a slew of them. Bergner, Dobbs, Becker, Lauder, Leach, Hancock, they're all coming to pit road right now. Here comes Stephen Pugh. He'll be just turning in also. Looks like we'll just be waiting on a couple guys right here. Is Hawkins. It looks like he's down on the apron. He's going to come to pit road. Here comes the number 5 of Jordan Smith also. So both of them will come to pit road. Danny Valenzuela in the 06. He'll come to pit road. So that will be everybody now officially have been to pit road. But oh boy, Colton Farrow, knock knock. That's Randy Johnson. It'll be 19 to go at the line this time for these drivers. And look, it's Colton Farrow, Randy Johnson, Greg O'Barry. Those are your top 3 drivers. Will anybody be able to cycle in? Look at the whole timing and scoring start to shuffle itself. There you see the 77 of Doug Neal coming off pit road. It looks like he had a penalty, so he had to stay on pit road. So what a night what that was good for Doug Neal will now shuffle back into, it looks like, the 22nd position for Doug Neal. That's not what he wanted to see here tonight. Colton Farrow, though, take a peek. He's right there. It's Randy Johnson. Don't open up the door, because if you open it up, he is going to take it. And Johnson is right there. Colton Farrell not letting Johnson come up off the apron. This is not Daytona or Talladega, though, race fans. You can go below that white line on the front straightaway. As Colton Farrell right back to the back bumper there on Randy Johnson. Gave him a little shot in the middle of the corner. So Johnson now takes back over the race lead with 18 laps to go. Here comes Greg O'Berry. Will O'Berry be able to peek to the inside? Slingshot to the inside. Here he comes, the number 33 of Greg O'Berry. Going to step himself through that door that Colton Farrell opened up. And now both those drivers go rumbling and stumbling right on by. Colton Farrell now got a rebound here. Reach way down into the bag of tricks here and see what he has. Remember, though, Colton Farrell did slap that wall with that number 62's right front. So there is some aerodynamic challenges on that number 62. So he'll fall to the third position and see if he can keep up with this group, because they're actually starting to pull away, Greg O'Berry and Randy Johnson. What a rebound it would be, though, for Greg O'Berry last week at Michigan, finishing dead last on the grid, to be able to finish inside the top 3 here tonight. Possibly has the car that could go up and win also. You just never know. It'll be 16 laps to go here. So 32 miles of racing here in California. It's our only stop this season in sunny California. Next week, we just head back east a little bit. We're heading to the Las Vegas Motorsports. Or Las Vegas Speedway, actually. I was going to say Motorsports Complex, as our good friend Crossland's not here tonight to pick up on that. We'll see if he's tuning in, if he catches that little one. Before we head to the Milwaukee Mile, before we head to Kansas, and then a new track this season, we will head to Mid-Ohio for the only road course race of the season. Back across the line for those two. They still run nose to tail with 15 laps to go. A little bit deeper in the field, there's Darrell Clauner right out in front of him. It's Jeff Bergner and DJ Mitzel side by side. Drivers from all over the country right here in this screenshot. You got Donald Bennett right there, the number 31 out of the Northeast. You got Darrell Clauner from down south in Florida. You got DJ Mitzel up there in the frigid North Dakota area. And then the Utah driver, Jeff Bergner. You got Jamie Leach back there out of Ohio. And, of course, look at this boy. Oh, boy, that just slapped the wall. He might have been sipping on something out of Tennessee. That's the Dobbs machine. This battle rages on, though. Darrell Clauner stuck to the outside. Now Bergner steps on through. Here comes Bennett. Bennett going to try and take advantage also while they have Darrell Clauner stuck to the outside. This is the battle for 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. Currently 4 drivers under the little bit of a blanket they have here. Nothing has changed out front, race fans. We're letting you know if something does change with Greg O'Berry and Randy Johnson. As you see, Donald Bennett did make that pass now. That moves Clauner back to running in the 12th position. With 13 laps to go, your race leaders are working up on a lap car. That is Craig Hawkins, one of those rookies this season. First season running the IROC series. The lone driver. It's me, myself, and I. It's always good, though, to see Craig Hawkins out on track, one of the most respectable drivers on the iRacing service. You don't meet too many drivers like Craig Hawkins out there, so you always got to give them a nod when you find them. One of those other drivers like that, well, it's Russ Hancock. This is what this whole series is based on, being a champion in one division and coming together to put on championship shows like all these drivers have here tonight. There's Russ Hancock, BMX champion, testing his hands here. Stephen Pugh, a street stock champion down there in Texas. Another one of those wonderful guys to race with on iRacing. And these two, we're going to see how wonderful they are, because it'll be 11 laps to go when they come back around to the start-finish line. Greg O'Berry has a good run here. Is he just trying to save something? Because he's pushing the dickens out of that number 33. Colton Farrell has fell back about 4 seconds off this group. There he is. He's fallen into the hands. That's the 48 of Poston. Poston will get on by there. Poston is currently running back into the 18th position, 1 lap down, so that's not a battle for position. Colton Farrell right now has about a little under 4-second gap back to these two. Call it 4 drivers onto this blanket also. That's Ryan Johnson, Vernon Woodard, Cole Day, and Cody Levitt. Super late models here tonight, rebadged as the IROCs here for the Salt Flat IROC Series. This is season number 5 for the official IROC Series. The IROC Series started back, 2 years ago when they ran the Street Stock Shootout Series, and they were running on 1.5 miles like Charlotte and Atlanta, and they went to Auto Club, and it just kind of looked like and started to get a feel of an IROC Series. So when it became time for season number 2 in the Salt Flat Shootout, it was changed to the Salt Flat IROC Series. And ever since then, it has kicked off. We went 4 seasons of IROC racing, as you see a huge shove there from Ryan Johnson to Vernon Woodard. They went 4 seasons with the street stocks before switching here this season to the super late models with custom-made setups from Pay to Win Setup Shop. Here's the move, though. Here comes Greg O'Berry. Now it's the time with 10 laps to go. Greg O'Berry's going to put the Green Mean Machine down underneath last season's champion of Randy Johnson. So Greg O'Berry with 9 laps to go, now officially running here tonight. He will take over the race lead for, it's been a while since he's seen the race lead. Will he be able to hang on to it is going to be another factor, though. The draft does pull you along here in these super late models on these big 2-mile tracks, 1/2 mile. 2-mile tracks or 1.5 tracks, you really get a good tow. Once we go to the short tracks, like I believe you can count almost Milwaukee as kind of that, but Phoenix and Dover are really going to show us that short track feel as Randy Johnson slides right back underneath, showing you that that slingshot is able to work here. Good racing here by these front 2. 8 laps to go, 16 miles of racing. Colton Farrell is falling back into the clutches, though, of Vernon Woodard. Right there's Vernon. Johnson, Day, and Levitt, they're just sitting there in the background lurking. A little bit farther back, there's Dobbs and Bergner. They got Bennett still in tow there, Clauder, Jamie Leach. But it's these two running away with it. They have figured it out here tonight on this very, very long green flag run. We have been green since the drop of the green flag tonight. And somebody is going California dreaming. 7 to go. Will Greg O'Berry be able to work his way back in? These two are battling currently for the 17th position. This is the 48 of Todd Post, and Doug Neal has ran him down. Let's see if Doug Neal can work his way around. That's another position, and every position, yes, does matter. Yes, it does mean you're going to start a little bit farther back into the field next week when we do get to the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. But it's another point in the book. Right now, if Doug Neal would finish into the 18th position, that would be 17 points for him. If he picks up one spot, that's 18 points. If he can go up there and grab Craig Hawkins yet, that'd be another one to pick up 20 to finish into the 16th position. Colton Farrell looks like he's coming to pit road. Unscheduled stop definitely here for the driver on the number 62. So with 6 laps to go, Colton Farrell's got to come to pit road. Not going to get the result he wants here tonight. So that turns third over to this battle. This battle now has a meaning for somebody to be onto the podium here tonight. Danny Valenzuela hard into the outside wall. And he's just behind this group. Driver out of Utah. Back to the battle for third, though. Currently, Vernon Woodard holds it. Here comes Johnson back to the inside. High five from the flagman this time. 5 laps to go here. This battle's for third. Now it's going to be Ryan Johnson. Tiny Horse now takes over P number 3. As the big unit has the race lead. 4.5 laps to go. Will Greg O'Berry be able to make another mount, another charge to get around the 12? 4 laps to go to be Johnson at the line. Ryan Johnson still holding on to this position as Woodard still trying to hold the outside. Now Ryan Johnson going to take it. Oh, Cold Day slaps the outside wall again out of 4. Now his car's going to have a little damage this time. That slap off the turn 4 wall is going to give him some damage. Looked like he was trying to push that 37 as hard as he can. Cold Day going to get back underneath that 38 of Cody Levitt. Ryan Johnson right up there, still pulling the 3rd position. Jeff Bergner picking up a couple spots here as Dobbs slides it high with 4 laps to go. Bennett's right there also. Derek Lauder got around Bennett. The lead. It'll be 3 to go for these two. And then these guys still battling it hard. So you got a handful of battles still raging on here with 3 to go. Looks like all 25 drivers are still out on the track here, so they're all kind of trying to pick up a position. Greg O'Berry right to the back bumper of the Johnson entry down the back straightaway. Maybe just trying to get that toe to let him know that I'm still here. Don't slip up or I'm coming through. Johnson a little high on exit there, trying to carry as much momentum as he could. Greg O'Berry trying to be a little neater, a little cleaner, but the popsicle sticks are in the air. 2 laps to go here tonight at Auto Club. Looks like Cold Day just slapped that wall again coming out of turn 4. So Cody Levitt takes advantage of that. He'll now go into P number 5 and see if he can get around Vernon Woodard or Ryan Johnson to finish on the podium here tonight. 2 laps to go in the battles for the race win. Battles for the race win, battles for the podium position also. The final podium position back there with Johnson and Woodard. There they are. They got a little gap over Cody Levitt right now, who's sitting back here in 5th. It'll be 1 lap to go here at the Auto Club Speedway. Round number 2 for the Salt Flat IROC Series. White flag is officially in the air here tonight. We will go 100% green flag racing, and the race battle right now for the win. It's Randy Johnson and Greg O'Berry, as Ryan Johnson is getting hounded right now by Vernon Woodard back there, but we'll stay right here with the race leaders as they work down the back straightaway. It's the final time. Johnson went into defensive mode there. Now he'll try to carry as much speed. Greg O'Berry going to really sail her off down here. Can he get to the back bumper? He will not. It will be Randy Johnson coming out of turn number 4. The big unit will win, not with a late race charge, though, by Greg O'Berry. It will be Randy Johnson going California dreaming. The battle for the 3rd position as they work off turn 4. Tiny Horse Johnson will come home. P number 3. So it's Randy Johnson, Greg O'Berry, Ryan Johnson, Vernon Woodard, Cody Levitt, Cold Day, Bergner, Dobbs, Clauder, Bennett coming across the line. DJ Mitzel, Jamie Leach, Stephen Pugh will beat Danny Valenzuela. Or actually, that's Russ Hancock there in number 19. How about a disappointing finish, though, for the 62 of Colton Farrell. He'll finish back into the 15th position. But the champion last season, he's the champion here tonight. There you see it. So number 12 of Randy Johnson. He'll come down to the start-finish line here, race fans. He's going to let him loose before we go into our post-race show. Randy Johnson coming from way back into the field. Started 20th here tonight, finishing P number 1. There's a little push there from Dobbs. Not on the same team this season, but 2 drivers that still love to work with each other. They came from the PlayStation ranks of things, where Randy Johnson and Mr. Dobbs qualified in for. See, Quincy Atkins is going to come up and also give some celebration. Race fans, we're going to step away for just a moment. We'll be back here with your post-race show tonight, brought to us by Raise Energy. Welcome back here, race fans, to Southern California, here to the Auto Club Speedway. All the racing is done, the California dreaming has been dreamt, and it is Randy Johnson tonight who has pulled off the victory here in Southern California. We're going to head down trackside now to talk to our podium finishers here at the Auto Club Speedway, and winning tonight, it is the driver of the number 12 of the big unit, Randy Johnson. Randy, how did you make this one work tonight as you were able to pick up 19 positions, battle through the field, and then you didn't really have an easy win here as you had to battle with Greg O'Berry for the win?
Yeah, that was a hell of a race. Didn't expect it to go flag to flag like that, but it was a great race starting from the back there. Definitely a lot of practice beforehand, which I never really get in these races, but a lot of practice on old tires and just patience.
Now, you talk about old tires and being patient. This is a brand new car for you. You won last season with the, it was the street stock back then in the IROC series, and now they transition here. How's the patience level going from a street stock to a super late model on these big 2-mile tracks?
A lot more patience required for sure. The IROCs, you could really push those things. The tires seem to just hold on forever. These tires fell off pretty quick, and then with the rule change of one allotment of tires, you really gotta manage them and decide when to take them, and just nurse them home. And it definitely would have been smooth sailing if Greg wasn't giving me such a good run at the end there, pushing harder than I wanted to. But great race to the finish.
Now, when did you actually take those tires? You said at one allotment of tires here at Auto Club, and for the whole season, every track we go to, you have one chance to put a fresh set of tires on. When did you take them?
I took them on the second stop, so on lap 40 with 20 to go. The first and second stint were on the same set of tires. They handled pretty good with a heat cycle, and then when you filled it up with gas again, and there was more weight to the car, it definitely helped it hook up. It wasn't as much fall off as we thought, but you still had to be very careful on your line in turn 1, especially if you were a little too hard, you were going to push up and lose a lot of lap time. But
you were able to figure it out here today, Randy, so congratulations on your win. It's going to propel you up in the standings. You should be inside the top 5 leading California here. Congratulations on going California dreaming. Who do you got to thank tonight in Victory Lane?
Thanks so much, Roger. I got to thank you putting this on. Always a great show. Great broadcast. I like to watch it the next day or so. I got to thank my teammates. Got to thank Jason, Jeff Bergner, Steve Pugh. We ran a pretty good race. I thought, at least it was really clean. Got to thank Greg for racing me clean there at the end. Griffith Stone and Salt Flat Danny, putting on a great series here. And just got to thank myself also for not driving over my head tonight.
Well, there you hear it. The man that did not drive over his head, he didn't step on his Johnson. It is Randy Johnson winning here tonight at Auto Club. He will go California dreaming into the sunset. I'm sure he'll take his winnings here from the virtual Auto Club Speedway and roll into Las Vegas next week and gamble it all on, well, I don't know what he'll gamble it on. We'll find out next week, though, that's for sure. Coming home in P number 2 here tonight, driving that green machine, Greg O'Berry. It's got to feel pretty good after last week's disappointing last place finish to battle for the race win. What did you need, though, to get back around that number 12 here as you guys slugged it out at the end?
To have not screwed up turn 3 coming to the white flag. I had figured out how to get by him and did it once with about 10 to go and just sat back there biding my time. And I knew I needed a good run out of 4 coming to the white to set up the pass in 1 and 2, and I missed it and pushed up in 1 and 2, and midway through the corner I knew he had it. So I kind of did it to myself, but he drove a great race. He made me earn it just to stay that close to him. So tip of the hat to Randy there.
So a good race here tonight, though. When you think about it, finishing races here are probably the best thing for you at this point because you were buried in the back of the field 26th. So that means you got the virtual pole here tonight at Auto Club. You ran up front all night long. What was the main strategy, though, coming in here? Was it to try and gain as many points as you can after last week's poor finishing position?
Honestly, I was just trying to have a clean race and then let the points fall as they may. But during practice, we were talking about the tires and just concerned with how they're going to fall off. I thought we were going to have to take it a lot easier to make them last longer, so that's why I kind of fell back there at the beginning. I was just trying to take care of the tires, but everybody else wanted to run it hard. I said, well, if they're going to kill them, I'll kill mine too, and they kind of wore the same rate, so everybody slowed down a little bit, but you could manage it pretty well and still drive it and be competitive. So it was still a good time.
Well, Greg, it looked good. It looked like a lot of fun out there. Good to see you finish round number 2 at least without a crinkled up race car. You'll be able to take this straight to Las Vegas. Who do you got to thank, though, tonight for a podium finish coming up in the runner-up spot?
I thank everybody with Salt Flat, all the admins, all the work that Danny puts in to make this thing go. He does a good job. You guys with Turn 3 for putting on a good broadcast. Raise Energy and all the other guys, Finesse Laser, the different companies that came aboard to help us out this season. We really appreciate it.
There you hear it from the runner-up position. That is Greg O'Berry, the driver out of Virginia. He will finish second here tonight after a 26th place finish just last week. Coming home in your third position, he goes by the name of Tiny Horse Johnson, the driver for the Taz Motorsports number 3. Ryan, it's a podium finish, but it was well behind the race leaders. They're almost 10 seconds back, but you guys had your own little battle going on. Vernon Woodard, Cody Levitt, and Cole Day did not make it easy to get a podium here tonight. Where was the downfall, though, that you guys lost all the ground here to finish so far back?
Yeah, first of all, that was a great battle. They definitely made me earn it. I'm not sure. We took a gamble when we took tires. I think it was the second stop and we decided to try and take right sides only. But while I was sitting there in the car, the right side went down. I was like, oh, we got a lot of time to wait for fuel still. I was like, I probably would have been better just to take 4, but we wanted to try something, gain a little bit of time on somebody, and I don't think it worked out very well.
Yeah, it looked like the car was still stable. It was still able to race because you and Vernon Woodard, you swapped that position. At the time, it was for the 4th position before being handed position number 3 and 4 for both of you when looked like Colton Farrow was just a little short on fuel with his strategy here tonight at the Auto Club Speedway. I'm used to iRacing, and I see you, Ryan, and I see Vernon out there. You guys like to run a lot of street stocks and K&N machines. How familiar are you racing with each other, though, on this big style of track with draft?
On this track, not too familiar. We raced a lot of tracks together, but more so the smaller than 1.5 miles, the mile and smaller typically. And we got a lot of respect for each other. We race each other really clean. We've had a couple incidents, but we smoothed those over a long time ago. But yeah, it's a lot of fun racing with them. It's always a good time.
So now think about it. You finished second last week. You finished third this week. So everybody's aiming for you at this point. You will take over the points championship lead here as we head out of California, headed to Las Vegas. What are the odds that we finish on the podium when we go gambling in Las Vegas next week?
Just what you said. We're going to gamble. We're going to try our best.
Well, you never know what's going to happen. You're going to have to start back. It looks like, if I'm reading it right, it'll be the 24th position next week will be your position on the grid. So that's a very long way back, but you picked up 21 spots tonight, and you finish in the podium position. Who do you got to thank that made it all possible here tonight at Auto Club?
The admins for Salt Flat, you for broadcasting, Taz Motorsports, Raise Energy, all the sponsors, my mom, my girlfriend, family and friends, everyone that, allows me to do this.
Well, there you hear it from your third position finisher here tonight, the driver of the Taz Motorsports number 3. That is Ryan Johnson. That is your podium finishers here tonight, brought to us by Raise Energy. Head on over to raiseenergy.com today, and on checkout, use checkout code UTWRX to save yourself 15% on checkout. Again, that code is UTWRX on checkout to save yourself 15%. It was a great race here in sunny California. The sun went down, the lights came on, and the stars came out here for the Salt Flat IROC series. So a good run here in round number 2. Completely green flag racing. 2 green flag pit stops really split the field. So let's take a look at the field. This is the unofficial results leaving California here. There is Randy Johnson. You heard from him. Greg O'Berry and Ryan Johnson all finishing all the podium spots here tonight. Vernon Woodard coming up 1 position shy of a podium. Cody Levitt picking up 16 positions. He'll finish inside the top 5. Cole Day had a big slip there towards the end as he found the turn 4 wall 2 laps consecutive. He falls back to 6th. Jeff Bergner is 7th with Jason Dobbs back in 8th. 9th goes to Derek Lauder, and the Keystone Motorsports driver, the 31 of Donald Bennett, will round out the top 10. Jamie Leach finishes in 11th. DJ Mitzel is 12th. Stephen Pugh is 13th, with Russ Hancock following in 14th. 15th goes to Colton Farrell. What a night it could have been for Colton Farrell. He was really trying a different strategy than every other driver here tonight, but it will be a 15th place finish. Craig Hawkins finishes in 16th with Doug Neal in 17th. 18th goes to the Virginia driver of Todd Poston. He'll finish 18th. 19th to Danny Valenzuela. Patrick Smith, though, had a dismal night here tonight. He'll finish into the 20th position. Another dismal night for Josiah Millen. That's two terrible weeks back-to-back for the driver out of Pennsylvania. Brad Becker will finish back into the 22nd position. He was up inside the top 5 in the early stages of this one, but it'll be 22nd. Jordan Smith with a penalty early and then again late finishes 23rd. Quincy Atkins had issues. He finishes 24th. And the big Johnson of Peyton Johnson finishes back into the 25th and final position here tonight. Those are your results unofficially here tonight at California. But wow, what can you really say? These drivers all wanted to go California dreaming, but it will be Randy Johnson who California dreams all the way over to Las Vegas for round number 3. Race fans, we got to thank you all for tuning in here tonight to watch the Salt Flat IROC series for round number 2 right here at the Auto Club Speedway. You can catch us back again next Wednesday night as we head on over to the desert in Las Vegas to go racing there at that big track. A very similar track. They call it a sister track here to the Auto Club Speedway. It's only a mile and a half, but it's the same shaped speedway. We got to thank all the sponsors that are part of Salt Flat IROC series. Griffith Stone, Jordan Hen Racing, Taz Motorsports, of course, Racing with Heroes, and Finesse Laser and Design. Of course, Pay to Win Setups. Those are the guys that make all the setups for the iRock series. And of course, Raise Energy to make this all possible here. To bring it to you race fans all out there on the Facebook.com or YouTube.com live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We'll see you next week with iRock Racing action from Las Vegas.